This is Chris Jr. with Anointed News Journal, and we have a special guest today, Dyshawn Davis, a native of Camden, New Jersey. He is a former NFL and CFL football player. We're going to talk to him today about his life journey and also his initiative to give back to the community. So, how you doing, Dyshawn?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So our first question that we ask everybody, who is Dyshawn Davis?
Dyshawn Davis is a Camden native. Dyshawn Davis is resilient, ambitious, humble, and blessed. Blessed.
All right, cool. And what was it like growing up?
For me, it was fun. I grew up in Centerville, in Camden. My mom, I was raised by my grandma, my great-grandmom actually. My mom was, working a lot, and my mother and my father had me at a really young age, and my father was in the streets, and my mother was working, so my great-grandmother raised me, did a good job, and my uncle was the one who actually introduced me to football. My uncle Albert Pettit, when I was 8 years old, and I always loved football, and I used football as something that was able to keep me focused and keep me out of trouble, and just to keep me structured in a way where I was always, even if it wasn't football, I was always actively doing something, whether it was like karate. I was in Universal Push-Out Karate School in Camden. I was in a band. I always try to just be a part of something to just keep me out of trouble.
All right. And I saw that you were in high school involved in baseball, basketball, track and field, as well as football. So, what had you settled on football at that time? You were a good athlete all around.
Well, all my friends, that football was my first initial sport I played, and all my friends played it as well. For me, it was more about the aggressiveness with the football. I was a good kid, but had a lot of anger built up, and I think part of it was, not having my parents actively around. So I just kind of used football and that aggressive side of football to just be released and kind of be like therapeutic for me in a way. And it was beneficial because one, it would make me stand out, and two, I guess I was just dealing with the anger that I had inside me, but it also made me happy at the same time. Yeah. So that's what made me stick with football. Basketball, even though I was a good athlete in basketball and baseball, they're not really contact sports. The football is what put the contact of the sport would make me, put my all into it.
I saw that you won a Patriot Division title when Marion High School, and you were South Jersey All First Team. And so, to back up just a little bit, what were your dreams as a child? Like when you were just dreaming up what you wanted to be as an adult, what were your dreams?
Growing up, I always watched college football and watched the NFL football with my grandfather. And my first dream was to be a college football player. Like, I didn't really have dreams of... I always had dreams of playing in the NFL, but I just knew I had to play in college first. Yeah. So that was my initial dream when I was younger. I was like, I always wanted to play football for the Miami Hurricanes. I was a huge Miami Hurricanes fan. I grew up watching Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, Ray Lewis, Willis McGahee. And I just remember watching their games, and they just had, like, so much fire and swag and passion with the way they played. And I wanted to, I've always seen myself and pictured myself being on TV representing the college and playing college football. And then, I fulfilled those dreams and played in the NFL, and it was a blessing. It was a blessing to be from Camden and, make it through so many obstacles, not just in school, but just in my everyday environment. Doing the right thing and making sacrifices and staying away from a lot of gangs and a lot of things that I was exposed to be able to stay focused through that environment and make and achieve my childhood dreams was my aunt called me one day. She said it's a miracle, but I don't look at it as that. I look at it as a blessing. So yeah, I'm truly really blessed.
So what was it like to get that? Were you drafted into the NFL?
I was an undrafted free agent, so
Okay.
I was having teams call me pre-draft. A lot of teams was interested in me, and like right after the draft, I got calls from maybe like 5 or 6 teams, and I just picked the Washington, which was the Washington Redskins at the time, is now the Washington Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was a really good feeling. Even though I didn't get drafted, I still was happy to be playing NFL.
And what was that feeling like? Were you ever able to sit back and be like, wow, I'm really in the NFL right now?
Yeah. I actually cried. When it happened because, I put so much, sacrifices, so much time, so much dedication into it, so much passion into it. And I had, like I said, I had dreams of it. I always would, visualize myself playing in the NFL. And when it came through, it was just like, it was a really, really good feeling. I can't even describe how good of it was. It was really good.
Now, what is one memory that will always stay with you from that time in the NFL, whether it's a player you met or an experience you had? What's like one thing that you can share with us as a wow moment for you?
The first wow moment was coming into the locker room and right before the game, because it's a difference, when you get your name called, you like, I'm moving to the NFL, but when it's like the first game, like your first actual game, and you come into the locker room and you see your equipment up, and you see a jersey with your name on the back of it hanging in the locker, and you walk in, you get off the bus, and as you just walk into the locker, you see your name on that locker and see your jersey just hanging up. It's just like wow, like I'm about to play on Sunday, I'm about to play on national TV. You got your family in the stands, and it's just like when you come out that tunnel and you hear the noise from the fans, it's just like, wow, this is amazing. Like I'm here, I'm here, and that was like a really wild moment for me to just come out, see my name and my jersey just in the locker, coming out of the tunnel and seeing thousands and thousands of fans and they're screaming and making noise for you. When you make plays, you get excited. It's just like you see yourself on TV out there. It's just like, wow, this is really amazing. Yeah.
And then you went to the CFL, and how was that transition from the NFL to the CFL?
It was a tough transition because in between that transition, nobody wants to, get fired from their job, right? Being a professional athlete is probably, one of the, cutthroat business in the world.
Yeah.
They are constantly replacing people left and right. So, when you get fired from the NFL, you don't quite know if you ever going to get back in the NFL. And that was like a really hard time for me because even though I accomplished my childhood dreams, at the same time it was taken away from me. Like a few weeks later, a few months later, it was taken away, and I had to decide whether if I still wanted to pursue that professional career or if I wanted to pursue a career with my degree, and leave football aside and just pursue another professional career. So I was home for about 11 to 15 weeks and just trying to like figure out. Yeah. And I was just like, let me go to the CFL and see what opportunities they have for me there to get back in NFL.
Yeah.
And the CFL, gave me an opportunity to still pursue my dreams, which was to be a professional football player. And I played there for 6 years. It was really fun. I got to travel around the world, especially to Canada. I've never ever been to Canada before, and that was a cultural shock for me. And it was a place that I could see myself living in the future. But it was definitely a difficult transition. But once the transition happened, it was it went smooth, and I enjoyed my time over there, and I had a successful professional career over there.
Nice. So now that you're retired, one of the things that is on your heart is to give back to the community. So you have a community day coming up in Camden. What is like your goal and inspiration behind giving back to the community?
I've always been passionate about, giving back to my community, especially the youth. One thing outside of football is I'm very family oriented, and I love just, being a positive role model and a mentor and a coach for, kids who experience and been through the same things that I've been through. I was blessed and, blessed enough to make it out and to get a degree and accomplish my childhood dreams without actually having that mentor there for me. And I know if I can make it and see the world and travel around and just see so many other things and experience so many different things outside of the small city of Camden, I can inspire and help out so many others. And that's my goal, and that's something that makes me happy. That's just something that I'm passionate about. Is just inspiring the youth and inspiring people to do what they love and be great at it.
Right. So Dyshawn has a Camden Community Day, August 29th at Farnham Park. And it's 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And there's going to be DJ, Mr. Softy, any type of giveaway or
book bag giveaway with school supplies. We're gonna have a motor vehicle there. If anyone wants to register their license, renew their license, a lot of things are backed up for COVID, and a lot of people have a difficult time. Whether it's paying tickets or getting to motor vehicle to handle certain things. So we're gonna have a station out there, for people to take care of their motor vehicle, anything registration or anything like that. Have a camp care there, virtual hospital. Program is going to be there. We're going to have so many cornhole competition, get the kids involved, face painting. We're going to have a really good time. Music, like you said, giveaways. A lot of people will be there. Networking opportunity for any people who own businesses who wants to get out and get their business known for. A lot of kids coming by who maybe who want to meet NFL players or meet positive leaders in the community.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really good time, and I'm excited for it.
And so we know that community day will go well, and Anointed News Journal will be covering it as well. So once you get through that, what's next for Dyshawn Davis?
I'm really excited. I just started coaching football at for different different midgets. I'm also going to be a behavior specialist in one of KIPP schools in Camden, and I'm really excited to start that journey. And this is something that I plan to have every year. I also run my own training company for kids called Hybrid Training. So Instagram is hybrid_train, where we take the best athletes from the ages 6 to 18. They in either sport, not just boys, girls as well. We train girls boys from 6 years old up to 18, whether they do basketball, track, boxing, whatever. We try to train them at an early age so they have the top skill set to be the best that they could be. We train at Adrenaline Sports Performance, which is one of the top training facilities in the South Jersey area. A lot of Eagles players train there. A lot of Sixers players train there. All the top guys that from South Jersey that plays D1 football or goes to all the top universities train there with us. It's unique because my discipline program is my hybrid training is ran like a discipline program. So the kids wear uniforms. Each uniform is color coded off of status and performance. It's a really unique program. It teaches kids to be resilient, teach them accountability, leadership skills, confidence, teach them to be a part of a team, help them develop social skills. It's just a really overall good program, not physically, but good for the kids' spirit, mental, and beneficial health, and it's a good way to just, to held them accountable to just be first class at everything they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Anointed News Journal has 180,000 readers weekly. What would you like to say to the readers of the Anointed News Journal?
I would like to say, I would like to say I'm blessed to be a part of, this organization, and, I'm blessed for you guys to cover my story and to join you guys with my fun day. What I can say to the readers is, Dyshawn Davis, once you read my article, you will learn that I'm a very humble, blessed, and thankful person, and I'm just really passionate about making this world a better place. I know there's a lot going on, so many different aspects in the world, but I just try to make an impact in a small way that I can, to my full benefit. Football is something that I've been passionate about. I know that a lot of kids are very interested in sports. Mm-hmm. Sports can be an outlet for them to not only pursue their sports, but it could be an outlet for them for other opportunities outside their sport to open up for themselves, and it could be an opportunity for them to just travel. So all I can say to the readers is, it's going to be a good story to just read and learn about Dyshawn Davis in his mission statement, mm-hmm. to making not only his community, but the South Jersey area and wherever I'm at, to make a huge impact in the community.
All right. Well, we'd like to thank you for your time today, and thank you for your insight.
Yes, sir.
And we look forward to sharing your story with everybody, not only print, but we're trying something new with the camera to get it out to social media even more. So thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me, man. Blessing.
All right. Thank you.